I lost track of how many parts this is, so moving on. Okay, this is not particularly offensive to me. It's like, so what? You can see her shoulders. Like, oh god, oh no. But I guess with an outfit like that, you kind of wonder if you kind of wonder if it would slip off. You know, this one kind of makes it look more like it's like attached, like it wouldn't be falling off. And then they added like a little shirt. I agree with the TCG one, although I'm not really offended by that. They could have released either one of these. In terms of offensiveness, either one of these, it's like, I don't think this is offensive at all. But from a design perspective, this one's kind of better. What? This is just awful. Like, no matter how you look at it, honestly. This one, it's like, this just looks tacky, like this bra thing. I'm not saying she shouldn't be wearing anything at all. And it would be funny, I have a feeling if she wasn't wearing anything, they probably would have censored it by adding that. And then that would have been the international version. But this, it's like, it just looks, it's so lazy. It's lazy and tacky and just, ugh. Like, she's just wearing like a tank top. It's like, it's so random for like a mermaid. It's like, what? Like, I talked about this before, like, I think the little Ariel wears less than that. Or maybe, like, the same, basically. Um, they both look terrible, honestly. And oh yeah, of course, they reduced her boobs. Um, which, again, I don't think that's always necessary. I don't think big boobs in and of themselves are a crime. You know what's really funny to me? I think the real winner here is this really tiny artwork where it's like over one of her shoulders. It's kind of like a little like a top. It's just like, yeah, like this little over the shoulder thing. I think that probably would have been like the best design if they had kept like her size here and just sort of like given her like a little over the shoulder thing. That probably would have been the best thing that they could have done. But these both look terrible. What? What? Oh, her thigh. Uh, I wouldn't have noticed. There's so much going on in this picture. It's like I wouldn't have noticed. Doom Dragon. What? That I can't even tell what they did here. So whatever. Oh, this. Oh yeah. Yeah, we talked about this too. Um, I'll just say I agree with the TCG. Whatever. What? That's it? You've got to be kidding me. This has got to be one of the worst yet. Like, if I had to rank these of like best and worst, this has got to be one of the worst. It's like, you have got to be kidding me. Oh no, her dress is open at the back. Can't have that. That's offensive. Like, really? This is stupid. That whoever decided that this needed to be censored was absolutely stupid decision. That's oh my god. Um I mean, yeah, she's kind of naked, so um yeah, I mean, sure, I'll agree with the TCG. She doesn't really need. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if this is supposed to be like a mermaid chick or something, you would think that they wouldn't have really any need for clothes at all. And if I were a kid looking at this, I don't know if I'd be too offended. But I guess this works too. Although, again, I don't know why a mermaid-looking creature would need to wear something like that. But it's fine though. I guess it looks okay. I'll go with the. Either one of these is fine in my opinion. Oh, 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 oh God! These like, it's not enough that like It has like this long like armor thing with like a, I don't know what that is, like some sort of jewel at the top of it. It's not enough that it has that. You also have to have like these conspicuous like orb things next to. Oh my god. Okay, TCG wins. End of story. What? Come on. Really? That it's not. You would have expected them to like cover her torso, like her midriff. You would have thought they would have been like, oh, we can't have that. No, it's the fact that. See, it's like you're not allowed to have big boobs. That's what this tells me. It's like big boobs are a crime. This is fine. I really don't think this needed to be censored at all. If you had to, sure, throw on like the stupid the undershirt or whatever, just cover her midriff. And like, you know what kind of shocks me about this too is like in the censored version, like she has like this little ring right here near her belt area, and it's still here in the TCG version. And you can see through it; it's exposed, but they didn't cover it. They were more concerned with her. Oh my god, that's so stupid. That kind of pisses me off. It's like that's just stupid. Um, that's from a design perspective. Why would you put a face there? That's stupid. Um, this is fine, I guess. You know what I have to say about this? I actually agree with the TCG version, but not because they censored it, because I think they fixed it. See, this, it's not the size of her boobs that bothers me, or that, well, not to say that it would anyway. It's the fact that they look kind of off. Like, they look like they're not aligned properly. In here, they actually look aligned. They're not, you know, it's funny, like, they're not even, it's not like, yeah, like, these, not only does it look more centered, but, like, I think this actually looks better. Um, like, the armor is kind of, like, strange, so I think it looks a little better that it's, like, a pad thing, and they didn't even, like, totally reduce the size of her boobs either, so I guess props for that, I guess. This one's just better, like, artistically, and just, sure, from a censorship perspective, sure, whatever. It's just better. I can't even tell. Her dress's rip is slightly short. Oh! Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Like, right there. It's kind of ripped. And then here, they're like, let's just cover it up a little bit. That's kind of silly. I don't even think that warrants a censorship. That's like, that that's stupid. That's just dumb. I don't think this is offensive, but if your character is supposed to be like a ninja, I actually kind of like that they added this, like this little fold here. Like it actually kind of looks like like what a ninja would wear, you know? I actually kind of like that they added that. Because this is just like a little tube skirt, you know? And it kind of doesn't make sense. What? Like, this is like something that if you thought this was offensive, then just reducing her breast size is kind of like it doesn't really do a whole lot because this whole pose is like it's supposed to be like, oh, you can see her tits and ass, you know? It's like what? Like you might as well have just redrawn this whole thing. Um, because that like that doesn't she doesn't really look all that big, honestly. It's just the fact that they're kind of positioned kind of prominently, I guess, the way her torso's. This is weird. This is a weird pose. I would never draw this. Um, it's just weird. You know, the funny thing about this one is like this one looks like a girl, but this one actually looks like a boy. Like, I mean, I don't think, like, first of all, I don't think this is offensive. I mean, I think if, like, for example, if this part of the armor was missing and it was just like a little armor bra or something, I think this would have been the censored version. But no, they thought this was offensive, so they were like, oh, let's just give her more armor. But it doesn't even look like a lady. It looks like a young man to me. He looks like a boy. I just called her he. So it's like, what? Yeah, I don't know. This is fine. Actually, yeah, this is fine. If it's supposed to be a girl character, this one's better. That one's just like, why? It's kind of pointless. I'll agree with this one only because of the horns, I guess. Like, if you're gonna censor something because it has references to religious imagery, it's like, sure, you can go with that one. Like, kind of like with Dark Witch or whatever. The top really doesn't bother me at all. In fact, these kinds of things rarely bother me. But sure, I guess I'll just go with the TCG version. This one, what did they change? It says that the outline of her breasts was erased. I can't even tell. They look the same. Yeah, those look the same. I can't even tell. So that's kind of a fail. Whatever.